west coast of Florida. We're looking at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Johnson now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, coming off a career-best performance in year 7 here in the NFL, the #1 overall pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Play is made by Mac McWilliams.
A gain of 3.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Baker now from the gun. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Baker now off the play fake. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Throwing deep for the end zone. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead right away. Mike Evans with the touchdown. And it only took these guys one series to find a major opening in that defense, Brock. Might have saved them some work in finishing that series, too.
Gives them a signature play to end that drive, and you know this in the NFL. For an explosive run for a touchdown, it takes everybody. Everybody up front doing their job, the receivers on the perimeter. That was just job well done.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
He just missed that Super Bowl a couple years ago, but Hurts and those Eagles, they got it last year, Kate. And remember, he was the MVP in that win, and kind of like he was all season, he's just a stabilizing force. He makes people around him better, and he's a Super Bowl champ to boot.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Completed to his running back. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Stop that time by Jamel Dean.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and just 2 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's running for it. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They go play fake with Hurts. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Hurts looking to throw. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Rashad White on the return. Jukes one defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Mayfield. Looking right, and he finds him. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Bucks getting set up to punt now on 4th down. On comes Riley Dixon. Cooper to Jean to return this for the Eagles. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense.
At their own 39-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Hurts setting up to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. Gets some space around midfield. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Brought in right side. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he's stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Hurts. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles break the tie here in the 1st.
Philadelphia.
Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Buccaneers 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's White on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here come the Bucs on offense now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
A gain of 19.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st down. Here's Baker. Finds a seam down the middle. And they take him down right along the 30.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Buccaneers.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 14-7 game. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Hurts. Pops it off to Barkley, complete. And he'll get it up to the 27.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Second and 6 now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throwing for Hurts. Finds the in route complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Second and 6 coming up here. Dotson now in motion right. And again, here's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, we have seen the value of a big physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And 10 at the Buccaneers' 42-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
Hurts on first down. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they're not going to give him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Hurts now from the gun. He finds Brown right side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
24-yard attempt.
Elliott connects there. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Here's Baker. Escapes the pocket. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he'd listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Irving on the inside give. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this third and 7. Baker now from the gun. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun handoff to Irving. guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Mayfield now from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. Brought in inside the 20. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
Gain of 41 yards on the play. That's good for a Tampa Bay. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Irving here from the gun. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
There's corners in this league that really love to cover. There's corners in this league that really love to hit. Corners that can do both, those are the guys that make themselves some serious money.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll send him over right. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Buccaneers facing a deficit near the break. From the gun, Mayfield hits him on the out route. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead.
Buccaneers 21, Eagles 17.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completed to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Long pass brought in. He takes this forward a little to about the 39. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
This one taken in by Granson. And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He's caught. He's got Brown. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They have themselves another 1st and 10. It's Hurts once again. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Elliott connects there, and that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Kate, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters. As we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They go to Barkley again. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's another carry for Barkley. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. It's a sneak, Hurts. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 46. Hits him on the in route. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. They try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Hurts yet again. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Eagles offense staying out there. They're going for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the...
And again, here's Hurts. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead.
The score, Eagles 28, Buccaneers 21.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Buccaneers, then receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Baker now. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Here's the give to Irving. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They send a tight end in motion. Once again, Irving. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Buccaneers, 1st down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
1st and 10 from the 41. Play action. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
At the 19-yard line.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Again, this is Irving. And he's going to get this down to the 9, and that puts him in goal to go.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Baker to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Now here's Mayfield. That pass complete to Irving. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
So that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And what we saw in the first half wasn't an anomaly, partner. They've kept throwing it to him as we work throughout the rest of this game, and the results have been just as good. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Here's 2nd and 11. Finds him over the middle. And after making the catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
This is complete downfield to Smith. And he doesn't get the chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the Stix.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust, and then they got to believe it.
They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. They got 24 yards on the play, and that's a Philadelphia first down. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
Near the goal line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the third. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
35. Buccaneers 24.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Here's White on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Carry here for Irving. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Baker now off the play fake. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run this with Irving. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Mayfield keeps it himself. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
Man in motion, headed right. 1st down, here's Baker. Dumps it off to his running back. He pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play gains 15, and it moves the Stix.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hit and sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Mayfield now from the gun. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Baker throwing again. And this time they're going to to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. Brought in left side by Godwin. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Chris Godwin. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
And the Birds put their dime package out there. Third down coming up. They motion the tight end over. Third down, here's Mayfield. He's running for it. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First down from the red zone. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. He's trying to do it himself, and he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers now within 1 score in the 4th. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak, but that time the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
Defensive stand here. They push him away from the goal line. That's back to the 4. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 20. And an Eagle first down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist and head the other way for a big run.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's Smith on the slant. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. And they try to pound right forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Eagles with a 5-point lead. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
15-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. And an Eagle first down.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They're going to pass it here. This throw is caught. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. It's Barkley, and he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. A very short kick here from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Philadelphia.
Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 29-yard line.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.